Hello everyone, welcome to Aptly Plus Academy for Civil Services. This is a video on daily news and editorial analysis which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express. So the most important news and editorial would be discussed in this session. So let's get started with the topic first. Today is 19th of July. The first topic is CU set for all central varsity has been postponed. Second, HAL plans for Indian multi-role helicopters. Third, Pegasus spyware used to snoop the journalist. This has been revealed. The second last is OPEC Plus agrees oil supply boost after the Saudi and UAE thaws. And the last is time to rebuild a value economy. This is an editorial. Apart from this, there would be some MCQ questions at the end of this session. And these questions would be based on current affairs that will help you in the upcoming prelims examination. So those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Aptly Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, do not forget to give a thumbs up. We'll start the session with the first news, that is CU set for all central varsity has been postponed. This is important for your general studies paper 2, issues related to development and management of educations. So understand what is CU set and how this was being implemented from this year, but because of COVID-19 this has delayed. So यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट कमीशन ने अपने एक मेजर डिसीजन में बताया है, दे हैव कंफर्म दैट जितने भी सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के लिए कॉमन एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन रखी गई थी, CU स्टैंड फॉर सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी कॉमन एंट्रेंस टेस्ट, राइट. So this has been postponed. This was about to be implemented from this year onwards, that is from 2021 to 2022 academic session के लिए इसको implement करने की बात कही गई थी, but it has been postponed to next academic year and now this would be implemented from 2022 to 2023, right? So the center has postponed its proposal to introduce the common entrance test for the admission for all 45 universities, that is central universities, for the session of 2022 to 2023. Now it would be extended to another years because of the COVID-19. The preparedness was not that level. Now, given the situations, अगर बात करें पेंडेमिक, जितने भी एडमिशन्स हैं सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, दैट वुड बी डन दैट वाज बीइंग फॉलोड बाय द प्रीवियस प्रोसीजर्स. जो भी पुराने मेथडोलॉजी को यूज़ की जा रही थी अभी तक, उसी प्रोसेस को इस साल भी कंटिन्यू किया जाएगा. व्हाट इज CU सेट? अगर बात करें सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी कॉमन एडमिशन्स टेस्ट या एंट्रेंस टेस्ट की बात करें, so this is there are many courses that were included in this test. This is a common test for the undergraduate courses, for the postgraduate research program in all the center and state level universities. And according to the national education policy जो NEP 2020 है, उसमें ये provisions थी कि जो examinations के patterns हैं उसमें general knowledge और logical reasoning को test करने की ज़रूरत है, right? And CU CTET focuses upon aptitude building rather than only on academics. And in March, 45 central universities have told that the National Testing Agency that was being formulated would be conducting the CU CSAT admissions for their undergraduate and postgraduate program this year. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the preparedness was less and we were not in the situations to conduct the examination, because of which the University Grant Commission has extended it to another year. Now, Delhi University admission would be impacted because of this, because what has happened, like these universities were also included. Delhi University is again a central universities, so they have come under the relief for the section of students, especially for the Delhi University aspirants who have pleaded by continued that उनके 12th class के जो marks हैं उसी basis पे admission ली जाए. They are not mentally prepared for the entrance examination, right? So इस बार 12th में examination भी held नहीं हुई है. Now let's see how this would be impacting, because university has also delayed its admission. It is being argued that they would be coming up with the admission procedure by August 2021. It usually happened in May or June, right? Now coming to the reluctancy of some universities, कुछ universities ने इसको पूरी तरह से implement करने से reluctancy दिखाई है. So some universities have welcomed the decision of common entrance test, but talking about major prestigious universities like JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru Universities, Delhi University, Vishwa Bharati University, which is in West Bengal, so they have said they have their own procedures to conduct the examination test, the admission procedures are there. So they wanted कि उसी method से वो अपने आगे process को continue करे for admissions. But I feel that from next year onwards, these university would be also included in the CUCT, right? So this is something which is important for your examination. Now HAL plans for India multi-role helicopters. Important for your general studies paper 2, government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors. So the Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, they are planning that they would be building indigenous design and developed a multi-role helicopter for India. So this is something, an initiative of government of India in terms of आत्मनिर्भर भारत जो पूरी स्कीम है उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है और इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को बूस्ट करने के लिए इस तरह के स्टेप्स लिए गए हैं. इस तरह के बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप्स हैं. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अ लॉट मोर स्टेप्स. मेक श्योर you are thorough with the news that is there in the manufacturing sector or defense sectors that you can directly write in the mains paper, right? And it is hopeful of finalizing the detailed project report जो DPR बनती है किसी भी चीज़ को कंप्लीट करने के लिए, कोई भी गवर्नमेंट के प्रोजेक्ट को कंप्लीट करने के लिए DPR बनानी होती है, डिटेल प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट, दैट हैज़ टू बी फाइनलाइज्ड बाय द नोडल कमिटी और एजेंसी. सो हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिकल लिमिटेड जो हैं ये अपने DPR भेजेंगे कैबिनेट कमिटी ऑन सिक्योरिटी को. दिस इज अ टॉप मोस्ट बॉडी विच टेक द डिसीजन रिलेटेड टू द सिक्योरिटी मैटर्स. नाउ वंस दे सैंक्शंस दिस प्रोजेक्ट, सो पूरी जो बजट है इसके लिए दैट इज 10,000 करोड़ रुपीज. दैट वुड इंक्लूड 2 डिफरेंट वर्जन्स जिसमें नेवी के वर्जन्स भी इंक्लूडेड है एंड इट विल टेक 7 ईयर ऑफ डिजाइन एंड डेवलपमेंट्स, राइट. HAL ने करंटली कुछ रेंज ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स को ऑलरेडी लाइट हेलीकॉप्टर कैटेगरीज को बिल्ड किया था. दैट इंक्लूड MK3, right? MK3 is again something which is very important for your prelims. So they have developed MK3 indigenous design. This is being manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautical Limited, right? So this is not new for HAL. They have excel and forte in manufacturing of the helicopters. Now all 3 services would be included. By 3 services I mean Army, Navy and Air Force would be the part of this helicopter building exercise manufacturing in India. So all 3 services would be on the board of the project. The Navy has already given their requirements. Second platform में 2 different versions होंगे जहाँ पे Army and Air Force would be promised with the preliminary services quality requirement. जो PSQR है उनके लिए Army और Air Force अपनी they would be showing their responsibility and their contribution to our overall development of the helicopter manufacturing in India. Now the other news from Hindu, that is Pegasus spyware used to snoop the journalist. This Pegasus spyware is something which is very much in news, and for your examination, spyware, how does it work, what is the concept behind spyware is very very important. So make sure you are aware of the fact, and this can be also important for your mains paper in the awareness in field of IT, space and computers. So what has happened that a report was published by an Indian online news which have revealed कि जो इजरायली कंपनी है जिन्होंने पेगासस को बनाया है, they have snooped almost 300 Indian phones which include 40 senior journalists in India, opposition's leader, government official and right activist, right? So these numbers has been officially claimed by the news agencies. Now what is Pegasus? Previously also I have discussed about the Pegasus. Just to tell you more about it, एक इजरायली कंपनी है NSO, उन्होंने डेवलप किया है इसको, एंड दिस इज द मोस्ट एडवांस्ड स्पाईवेयर विच इज अवेलेबल इन द वर्ल्ड एज ऑफ नाउ. इससे ज़्यादा एडवांस स्पाईवेयर अभी पूरे वर्ल्ड में कोई भी नहीं है, एंड इट इज़ मेनली यूज टू एक्सप्लॉइट द लिंक्स क्लिकिंग ऑन विच इट इंस्टॉल द पेगासस. पेगासस इंस्टॉल करने के लिए इवन बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स की यूज़ की जाती है. यू कैन बी सेंड विद टेक्स्ट मैसेजेस, यू कैन बी सेंड विद द मेल इन योर मोबाइल फोन. You can have, even it is being argued कि WhatsApp के जो प्लेटफॉर्म है उनमें मिस कॉल के वजह से भी आप Pegasus को इंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं. Even a missed call can lead to the installation of Pegasus, right? So I'll tell you what were the argument that was led by the WhatsApp and Pegasus in the later part of the video. Now, Citizen Lab ने कहा है they have investigated several cases of Pegasus which have shown that research और social engineering में ये चीज़ों को यूज़ की जा रही थी, but ये spyware इतनी sophisticated है which is being owned by NSO and they claimed कि इस स्पाईवेयर की वो यूज़ सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट के साथ कोलैबोरेट करके जो नेशनल सिक्योरिटी या जो थ्रेट्स हैं, जो टेररिज्म एक्टिविटीज़ को प्रमोट करते हैं, उनके लिए काम करते हैं. बट इट हैज़ बीन मिसयूज्ड. वी हैव टू डेफिनेटली अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ एनी अदर कंपनीज और एनी अदर एंटरप्राइजेस, private group can work for the profit, right? So this is evident. Now, Pegasus does though by exploiting vulnerabilities to the phone and operating system. iOS and Android both can be impacted by the Pegasus spyware. Now, इसके क्या क्या impacts हैं? आपके personal private data को impact हो सकती है. That include passwords, contact list, calendar events, text messages, voice call, and any other thing. So if it is being installed in your cell phone, it can have access to anything that you have in your cell phone, right? Within 0 day. 0 day means within the day it has been installed, it can capture anything from your phone, right? It can retrieve anything from your phone. So the target phone camera, microphone, everything is being turned on. And one of the key feature of the Pegasus, according to its brochure, is that it has the ability. This is what officially they claimed in their brochures, right? जो software developers हैं, एनओसी उन्होंने अपने ब्रोशर में लिखा हुआ है कि अगर किसी मोबाइल फ़ोन में पेगासस इंस्टॉल्ड होती हैं, they would have access to password protected devices, being totally transparent on target, leaving no traces on device, consuming minimal battery memory data so that arousal suspicions of more alert cannot take place, right? So this is how the platform work on different cell phones and iOS based operating systems. Now, some recent cases की बात की गई है जहाँ पे WhatsApp के प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज़ करके there were more messages miscalled, they were used in 1400 users and using this platform the Pegasus software were installed, right? तो एनोसा ग्रुप ने WhatsApp पे ये allegations लगाया है किस तरह के उन्होंने चीज़ों को नहीं किया है. They sent by other methods. So this is another level of debate that is arousing between WhatsApp and the Pegasus, right? And it provide exclusive to licensed government intelligence law enforcement agencies, not to just anyone and wanted. तो एनएसओ ने कैटेगोरिकली कहा हुआ है कि वो यूज़ करते हैं सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट के कहने पे, राइट? गवर्नमेंट एजेंसीज को वो अपने जो उनके स्पाईवेयर है उनकी हेल्प देते हैं. बट जिस टाइप से केसेस रिपोर्ट हुई हैं प्राइवेट एजेंसीज के थ्रू, इवन एक्टिविस्ट, ऑफिशियल, लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन हैज़ बीन इम्पैक्टेड. सो आई डोंट फील दैट गवर्नमेंट ने ये करवाया है. अगर गवर्नमेंट ने ये करवाया है तो ये उनको प्रॉपरली एनएसओ ग्रुप को रिवील करनी होगी कि येस वी हैव गिवन अ रिक्वेस्ट बाय दीज एंड दीज नंबर ऑफ गवर्नमेंट्स, राइट? Now OPEC Plus agrees for oil supply boost after the UAE Saudi talks. So यहाँ पे कुछ level of improvement हुई है दोनों countries के बीच में, and that would be helping other countries as well in terms of oil supply. So this is important for your general studies paper 2, effect of policies, politics of developed and developing countries. OPEC countries और इनके जो allies है they have agreed कि वो gradually जो oil supplies है market में increase करेंगे, and the bone of contention between the Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates has been resolved and the dispute is earlier blocking the deal. तो ये दोनों कंट्री की वजह से डील में काफ़ी ज़्यादा ब्लॉकेज हो रही थी. Now they have agreed that they can share more number of liquid petroleum and other petroleum to other member countries as well. क्या डिसीजन ली गई है ओपेक कंट्रीज के थ्रू से? So the OPEC Plus will boost the output as much as of 4 लाख बैरल ईच डे, और ये अगस्त से ये सारी चीज़ों को स्टार्ट करेंगे ताकि जो बची हुई चीज़ें रुकी हुई थी फॉर मेनी मंथ्स दैट कैन बी रीस्टार्टेड नाउ. एंड द डील विल हैव UAE, like Iraq, Kuwait and higher output quotas from May 2022. So these 3 countries would be majorly having advantages of this decision. अगर UAE के लेवल की बात करें, they have increased 3.5 million barrel, जो initially now this was below 3.8 barrels and the baseline जो थी वो 3.17 थी. So again the number is going to increase. तो जो supply है पेट्रोलियम्स की वो भी increase होगी, right? Now the group has agreed कि जितने overall impacts थे by the end of 2022, उन्होंने प्लान किया है कि earlier by 2022 they would be moving, और जो ग्लोबल रिकवरी है पेट्रोलियम सेक्टर्स में that can be seen earliest. एंड टू ओवरकम द डिसएग्रीमेंट ओपेक ने ये भी एग्री किया है कि जितने भी मेंबर कंट्रीज हैं इंक्लूडिंग द यूएई, सऊदी अरेबिया, रशिया एंड कुवैत एंड इराक, these countries would be majorly impacted by this decision and they would have more advantage rather than the other countries. Now you can see the member countries of the OPEC, although this would be not asked in examination, but for you it is important कि आप इनके member countries को जाने. Ecuador, Venezuela, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Angola, Republic of Congo, Nigeria, Iraq, Qatar, UAE, United Arab Emirates, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Libya, and Algeria. So these are some of the member countries of the OPEC, right? Now, internal tensions की अगर बात करें इस accord में, so this accord resolved the long-standing grievances and the tension that was escalated between the OPEC plus countries. और UAE ने block की थी इस agreement को. Now they are arguing that by this they would be calculating जितने भी unfair means थे उनको resolve किया जाएगा and they do not reflect any costly expansion in their country industries. Now India was also severely impacted because of this decision, and will finally UAE, Iran and other countries that would be benefited from this decision. India would have its own benefit to it, right? Now coming to the editorial, times to build a valuable economy. This is important for your general studies paper 3, Indian economy and issues related to planning, mobilization, growth, resource and developments. So what is there in this editorial? This editorial has been segregated to 3 important subheads, that is financial inflows, Indian economy performances and healthcare preparedness. तो पूरे एडिटोरियल में बात की गई है जो जर्नी रही है इंडियन इकोनॉमी की लिबरलाइजेशन के बाद, पोस्ट लिबरलाइजेशन. नो, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 1991, हाउ द एक्चुअली द इकोनॉमी हैज परफॉर्म्ड. So just to give you a background, इस बार जो जुलाई 2021 है, that would mark the 30-year anniversary of economic reform that was started in 1991 by P.V. Narasimha Rao government, right? Manmohan Singh was the finance minister during this time, and these years have seen the boom of Indian economy, and they have the methodology of Indian economy has changed from this time only. सो इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी जो कि 1950 के बाद बहुत हद तक चेंज हुई थी, लिबरलाइजेशन इंडिया में प्रमोट की गई थी, आईटी सेक्टर, एफडीआई, एवरीथिंग वाज प्रमोटेड. सो दिस हैज़ हेल्प द मोर एफडीआई इनटू कंट्री, राइट? और हॉलमार्क की बात करें रिफॉर्म की, तो सिर्फ पहले कहा गया था कि लेसनिंग ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल से काम नहीं बनेगी, वी हैव टू ओपन द इकोनॉमी एंड ओपन टू इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड सो दैट द capital flow means FDI can come more to India, right? So FDI has played a very crucial role in the Indian economy. And in mid 1991 इंडिया की जो फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व थी वो सिर्फ 3 डेज के इंपोर्ट को बैलेंस को मैच कर सकती थी. अब हमारे पास इतनी फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व है विच कैन हैंडल एटलीस्ट द 12 months मिसमैच, राइट? फर्दर 3 डिकेड्स की अगर बात करें 1991 के बाद, सो द बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट क्राइसिस हैज आल्सो बीन बैलेंस आउट एंड इंडिया इज नो मोर सफरिंग विद दिस प्रॉब्लम. No, this has lessened because of the COVID-19. Something would be impacted, but not more. Now, financial inflows की अगर बात करें, यहाँ पे कुछ disappointment है regarding the foreign exchange reserve जो कि accumulate की गई. अभी भी इंडिया की export surplus नहीं है, as we expected. But as of now, जितने भी FDI है, FFI है, FPIs हैं, उनकी flows ज़्यादा है. It was being anticipated कि जो liberalization policy उसमें export बढ़ेगी, but ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं. Now it is apparent कि जो competitiveness है सेक्टर्स में, वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट को सिर्फ प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स को इंक्लूड करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज वी हैव सीन दैट द मोर प्राइवेट सेक्टर इज नॉट प्रमोटिंग हेल्दी कॉम्पिटिशन rather than it is impacting the sectors, right? So the point is that we need more and more FDI coming into the economy so that we can have overall balance in the economy, right? And the history of the सक्सेसफुल इकोनॉमी शोज पब्लिक प्रोवाइडेड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की ज़रूरत है, प्राइवेट रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट शुड बी अप्रिशिएटेड, फैसिलिटेटिंग गवर्नमेंट मशीनरी आर अ क्रूशियल फैक्टर फॉर द एक्सपोर्ट कम्पिटिवनेस. सो जो एक्सपोर्ट की थीम लाइन रखी गई थी फ्रॉम 1991, स्टिल वी नीड सम मोर चेंजेस. जो साइक्लिक स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस है दैट इज स्टिल पेंडिंग एज ऑफ नो. सो यहाँ पे बात की गई है कि एक्सपोर्ट को हमें अभी भी ज़्यादा प्रमोट करने की ज़रूरत है. And the only guarantee against the balance of payment stress is the strong export performance, right? So once Indian economy has a good export performance, definitely the balance of payment stress would be automatically reduced down. Now, economic performance की अगर बात करें, so the economy were meant to raise the growth. Indian economy में बहुत सारी चीज़ों में acceleration देखी गई है. After 2001, the things has improved. IT sector were booming in the country, and it started progressively. Demonetizations के बाद हुई क्या? जब से demonetizations हुआ है country में 2016 के बाद. So it has been argued by the expert कि जो pre-reform level थी 1991 से पहले कहीं ना कहीं इंडिया उसी कंडीशंस पे वापस आ चुकी है. एनीवे द पेंडेमिक हैज इम्पैक्टेड द इकोनॉमी ऑन अ मोर सीवियरली इम्पैक्ट, नो उसकी जो इंटेंसिटी है दैट इज मोर सीवियर. So much depend upon the third wave. If the third wave come to India, we are expecting this not to happen, and this is only possible once we take care of everything. We take care of protocols, we take our safety, we wear mask. So this can only be avoided then only, right? So अगर ये नहीं होती है तो भी इकोनॉमी अच्छे तरह से परफॉर्म कर सकती है, और अगर थर्ड वेव आती है तो इकोनॉमी बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रेस हो सकती है. Now returning to the question of long term growth, यहाँ पे ज़रूरी है कि एक्सलरेशन प्रोवाइड की जाए इकोनॉमी में. जिस तरह से 1991 के बाद बूम आई थी, और ये 1991 की जो बूम है वो वापस से 2016 में बहुत हद तक वापस हो गई, और इसमें बहुत हद तक गिरावट देखी गई है, राइट? So we need the things that can improve at the same level that we have achieved in 1991. हेल्थ केयर प्रिपेयर्डनेस की बात की गई है. कोविड-19 में पेंडेमिक जब से इंडिया ने सेकेंड वेव में वी हैव सीन दैट द प्रिपेयर्डनेस ऑफ हेल्थ सेक्टर वाज वेरी वेरी पुअर, राइट? एंड इट हैज़ हाईलाइटेड कि हमारी हेल्थ सिस्टम क्या है. पीपल वेर स्क्रैम्बलिंग विथ ऑक्सीजन लॉस, ओवर फ्लोइंग ऑफ हॉस्पिटल वार्ड्स, लेसनिंग ऑफ ICU जो इंटेंस केयर यूनिट है वो बहुत कम थी. सो दीज आर द चैलेंजेस दैट वी हैव सीन. नाउ इट इज़ अ टाइम to work on sanitations, transport, urban governance, produce services, power supply, waste management, और जो भी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज़ में अवेलेबल पॉसिबल शॉर्ट आउट्स हैं उनको देखने की ज़रूरत है. वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन रोबस्ट हेल्थ केयर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, बेसिक एम्यूनिटीज़ दैट कैन प्रिपेयर इंडिया फॉर एनी फ्यूचर पेंडेमिक, राइट? एंड द नेसेसिटी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वुड बी first created, then managed to supply the stream services as expected. So this is being argued that economy plus the overall healthcare system has to go simultaneously, and this would definitely help in the recovery of the Indian economy as well, right? So this was all about the editorial. Now moving ahead with the MCQs questions. So just to tell you the answers of yesterday question, that is for the Saturday, the correct option is A for question number 1 and C for question number 2. Now moving towards the question that was the current question for the day. Consider the following statement about the Financial Action Task Force. The FATF is an intergovernmental body. The objective of FATF is to set standard, promote effective implementation of legal, regulatory, operational measures, obtaining money laundering from the terrorist financing. So if you know the correct answer, do let me know in the comment section down below. And these answers would definitely help you to attend the question you attempt will help you in the upcoming prelims examination. Second question, the recent Union Cabinet has signed the Comprehensive Economic Cooperations and Partnership Agreement between India and Mauritius, India Sri Lanka, India Japan, and India Maldives. So what you have to do, you have to just choose the correct option and write that in the comment section down below. So this was the daily news and editorial analysis followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, do let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much for listening.